Angel refused absolutely to meet with Bird over the weekend. Apparently she had a rule about weekends being devoted exclusively to the 8-year-old Barry Goldwater Templeton. It was Monday morning now, and Bird and Angel were in a car on the way to a TV studio. Her bodyguard Mike was at the wheel. A briefing book was open on Angel's lap. She was scanning the pages at an urgent tempo. Bird scribbled on a piece of paper and handed it to her. Confidential. Rambo okay? Angel scribbled, "Of course." Bird spoke just above a whisper. "According to the latest reports, he's still in the hospital in Rome. They're saying he's okay, that it was some stomach bug. Bad clam, Roman tap water, whatever. They're doing tests." "Uh-huh," Angel said, not looking up from her briefing book. Bird said, "Hello? Hello, is there anybody in there?" Angel gave him a frosty look. "I can multitask, you know." "I'm saying this could be a gift from the gods of spin." "It's a stomach bug," Angel said, returning to her book. "What's the gift?" "They're canceling a visit with the Pope because of an upset tummy? Really? They couldn't give him Pepto-Bismol or Imodium?" Angel sighed. "Do you imagine for 1 second that His Holiness the Dalai Lama, spiritual leader to 20 million people, is going to risk throwing up, or worse, on His Holiness the Pope, spiritual leader to 1 billion? "I understand all that," Bird said. "But suppose a rumor got started that it wasn't a tummy bug, that they tried to poison him." "Who?" "Could you pay attention for 2 seconds, please? The Chinese." "Why would they do that?" Bird groaned. "You're supposed to be the foreign policy guru here. In 1959, after China invaded and took over Tibet, the Panchen Lama, the number 2 Lama, Vice Lama, backup Lama, whatever, returned to Tibet. Bad move. He gave a speech about what assholes the Chinese were for taking over Tibet. Very bad move. 5 days later, he's dead. Of a," Bird made quotation marks with his fingers, "heart attack. So the Chinese have some street cred when it comes to offing llamas." "That was 1959, Angel said. "So? Are you telling me that totalitarian governments no longer go in for assassination? Look at the Russians. They're poisoning people every 2 minutes. That poor son of a bitch ex-KGB guy, Litvinenko, the one they got in London? Polonium-210 in his tea? He ended up melting. Nasty." "What are you proposing? That we start a rumor that Beijing tried to kill the Dalai Lama on his way into a meeting with the Pope?" "Yes, exactly." "And what are we offering by way of evidence?" Bird grinned. "Who needs evidence when you've got the internet?" "So we post it on your Facebook page that the evil Chinese tried to poison him, and you expect that to lead the evening news?" "There are a few details to work out." Bird leaned into Angel. He could smell her perfume. "Friday, I stayed up until the roosters started, doing research. The Dalai Lama is the one thing having to do with China that Americans actually care about. Human rights? Terrible working conditions in Chinese factories? Where's my iPad? Global warming? Taiwan? Wasn't that some novel by James Clavell? When's the last time you heard anyone say, 'We really must go to war with China over Taiwan'? But the Dalai Lama? Americans love the guy. The whole world loves him. What's not to love? He's a 75-year-old sweetie pie with glasses, plus the sandals and the saffron robe and the hugging and the mandalas and the peace and harmony and the reincarnation and nirvana. All that. We can't get enough of him. If the American public were told that those rotten commie swine in Beijing were—" Bird lowered his voice. "Putting, whatever, arsenic, radioactive pellets in his yak butter. You don't think that would cause a little firestorm out there in public opinion land?" Angel took off her glasses and looked out the window pensively. "Getting the story planted isn't the problem," she said. "The Lama people will poo-poo it, though."